$100 million in additional funding has been announced to help in the recovery efforts for the fires that have swept across central Victoria. Georgie Dickerson is in Castlemaine. Georgie, the Premier has been speaking to locals there. She, of course, was heckled yesterday. How has she been received today?
Well, from what we could see, Holly, very well received from the community members. She was visiting a recovery centre here just in front of me where people can go to lodge insurance claims and to speak to people that have lost everything here in the community. But it was mainly the issue yesterday that we saw in Alexandra where the Premier was heckled by locals there. She was visiting a local hospital, and it was when a group of locals had gathered out the front yelling shame on the Premier. They wanted to speak to her to ask her specific questions about why her government hadn't done more in this fire effort. The Premier was asked on that today. She did leave through a back door yesterday from the hospital. Here was her response.
I reiterate, I met with residents of the local community in Alexandra, community members who I had the opportunity to thank for the way they supported their community.
So the Premier backing her work from the government there. Now an extra $100 million has been announced today for support for people in this fire-ravaged community. This is on top of the $28 million that has been announced over the past few days, taking that total package to $128 million. Of note, this also includes $40 million for primary producers. They are able to apply for grants of up to $70,000, $16 million to support power outages, while council support fund, that is $12 million there. So a range of measures that are being put in place to help these people as they pick up the pieces from this fire disaster that has swept through central Victoria. Just to note on how the fires are looking at the moment, there are no emergency warnings in place. This is the same as we had yesterday. So it is some relief for crews on the ground, but it is still going to be a long process. There is still fires burning. They aren't at that emergency warning level, but locals are told to remain vigilant and continue to check the Vic Emergency app. Here was the Emergency Management Commissioner on an update on the fires.
We still have 10 watch necks and 19 advice messages that are in the landscape. We have over 700 structures that have either been destroyed or significantly damaged through these fires that we've seen right across the state. That's gone up obviously from over 500 yesterday. Within that number, 228 homes are now destroyed. 15 homes have been damaged, and we know there's over 450 outbuildings that have also been part of those numbers.
In terms of the cost of the damages and just how many structures and homes have been lost over the past week, they are going to continue to be assessed. There are still some areas that are too dangerous to go into. Of note, they also spoke about potential fodder drops starting in the coming days for farms that aren't able to be accessed by the road yet. Those drops will start in the coming days, and exact locations will be announced by crews and by emergency services. Holly, the bushfire appeal has also opened here in Victoria. It opened yesterday, and the Premier urging anyone, even if it's just a few dollars, to donate. All donations go to fire-affected communities.